ladies, welcome back to my channel and welcome to 2026. Happy New Year. I hope that this year will be your best year yet. I hope that you will achieve everything that you were not able to achieve in 2025 and more. And I hope that this year brings you many great new opportunities, lots of good health, happiness, and wonderful memories. So, in this video, I want to talk about how to not be a loser in 2026. Each year, it should be your objective to be better than the last year. And this year, you really should focus on locking in because it is the year of the horse, specifically the year of the fire horse. If you are into Chinese zodiac or Lunar New Year, that's one of the holidays that I like to follow. The fire horse symbolizes a powerful transformative cycle, and it's associated with passion, freedom, breakthroughs, and it is said to usher in strong energy for bold action and adventure. Whether you believe in astrology, zodiac signs, whatever, is neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, if you align with the right type of energy, regardless of what the year is, and regardless of what life has in store for you, you will succeed. You do the work to usher in the right kind of blessings, then you will prosper. The year of the horse is an opportunity for great potential for innovation, rapid change, bold pursuits, as I mentioned before, and achieving your goals. Think of a stallion, think of a horse, just running wild and free in a field. Horses are symbols of power. They are very strong, powerful beings. Even for your engine in cars, it's named after the horse. Horsepower, of course, symbolizes how much power the engine holds. So in 2026, we're going to stop relying on our looks alone, because relying on your looks solely, thinking, oh, I'm pretty, I can get through life, whatever, is going to keep you in last place. And I've touched upon this in a previous video that I'll tag up here in the cards, but being beautiful, having beauty, number one, is a dime a dozen, especially in today's day and age where we have access to so many beauty treatments, fillers, whatever, so much information on even simple ways on how to be beautiful. For every beautiful girl out there, there's like 10 more. And beauty is also subjective, which means that you may be beautiful to some and you may be average or unattractive to others. It just is what it is. That can be based on your geographic. So if you think that you're going to enter a space with your beauty alone, you are sadly mistaken. And even if you do succeed in acquiring something, let's say a job, where you're able to entice the interviewers with your beauty and your charm and your personality, after a while, that's going to get boring. And it's like, okay, well, what else do you have to offer? Especially in a corporate setting. I always talk about corporate because that's where I come from. But especially in a corporate setting, you being beautiful is not going to keep you in the room. And if you're not able to deliver and show that you know how to do your job and do it well, then you're going to be labeled as the dumb pretty girl, the stereotypical dumb blonde, for example, right? Blondes have a reputation for being like the pretty girl. And people like to place that label on blonde girls, for example, for being automatically dumb as a way to cope for the fact that they feel threatened by their beauty. And that goes for just every other girl in general who's beautiful, whether you're blonde or not. People like to label the pretty girl as stupid because they think that it's not possible for someone to be both beautiful and smart. But if you have a brain to back up your beauty, you are literally a powerhouse, because as I've said before, beauty is a currency. Not everybody has it. Not everybody knows how to wield it. And so people envy it. The same way how people covet and want more money, obviously to gain access to better opportunities in life, is the same way how people want access to more beauty so that they too can get access to more opportunities in life, right? That's why you hear men say, if I was able to be a woman for 24 hours, I'd be selling ass, or I'd finesse these men out of money, because they realize the power behind a beautiful face. Use your beauty to get access to opportunities that the average look conventionally unattractive women cannot get access to, and then use your smarts to compound that privilege and that beauty, and to not only keep yourself in that space, but climb higher. Because you would be surprised how many people are bad at their job or mediocre at best. And when you come in and you're able to demonstrate that you're able to solve a problem and that you are able to offer creative solutions to an issue, not only are they going to want to keep you and retain you, they're going to want to advance you to leadership positions so that you can benefit the organization as a whole. And this is just an example in general. You can apply this strategy to any aspect of your life. If you offer value and wisdom and smarts, people will come to you and value even more for number one, honoring the beauty that you have and being aware of it, and number two, being smart. And if you're noticing that maybe you're falling behind your peers, maybe you're not as smart or successful or far ahead in life as you want to be, this is an opportunity for you to fill that gap by acquiring new skills. In 2026, we're going to stop being male centered because being male centered will also keep you in last place. That doesn't mean that you need to like swear yourself off of men and not deal with them altogether. It just means that you need to stop making men your entire identity, especially if you're in your late 20s, early 30s, where you're at the age where you're expected to get married. Some of you, please do not make the mistake this year of marrying someone just because you want to fulfill that cultural expectation when you know that maybe you're not ready, that person's not ready, or the situation may not be in your best interest. Because the last thing that you want to do is spend tens of thousands of dollars on a wedding, be with that person, have some kids, be miserable, and then get a divorce a couple years later, which is what I see happening. The divorce rate is about 50% now. And we're increasingly starting to hear more women come out and say, I wish I had waited. I wish I had chosen differently. I saw the signs early on. Or even if they're not aiming for marriage, just spending years with a man who has no intention of doing right by you. Something as simple as just not being thoughtful, consistently being unthoughtful towards you. Why tether yourself to that when you can either just choose to be by yourself and build upon the momentum that you have? Like, you move a lot faster when you're not tethered by extra weight. Or you can release that person and allow space for someone new to come alongside you and support you the way that you need to be supported in a healthy, fulfilling relationship. It's a tale as old as time, okay? From generations back until now, where you hear stories of women who ruin their life because of a man. And it's like, for what? Or they're just so desperate, like they want to be chosen by a man. In this age of digital transformation, you have access to endless information. You can literally transform your life and be whoever you want to be in this day and age. You can turn on the camera and make money, or you can be faceless like me and make money. You can travel the world. You can get a degree without ever having to step foot on campus. Like, there's so many endless opportunities that you can take advantage of, but you're holding yourself back because of a man, or you're willing to put that off because of a man who, quite frankly, is purposely trying to hold you back because he's jealous of you and he's fearful of you moving forward, you being successful and being a reflection of something that he couldn't be. So if you are going to date, marry, whatever, make sure that you're doing it strategically and intentionally, and you're not just trying to cross off a checkbox and allowing being with a man your entire identity, because you will set yourself back and you will face the consequences. And many women hear stories time and time again and think, oh, it couldn't be me. My man will never do that to me. And then they end up in the same situation that they swore they would never be in. And in order for you to move forward and succeed this year, you need to be strategic. Otherwise, you will remain in the same place that you were in last year. So when I say be strategic, that means be smart, don't be impulsive. Take time to weigh your options, weigh the pros and cons of whatever decision it is that you're going to make. You can literally use ChatGPT for free to transform your life. So for example, if you have hyperpigmentation on your skin and you're not trying to pay an arm and a leg, if you feel comfortable, you can take a picture of your face, take a selfie, upload it, and explain your situation. I have sensitive skin, I have low iron. Can you please suggest some products or a routine or whatever for me to fix this so that my skin will be flawless? And it'll give you a step-by-step daily routine on what you can do to transform your skin. Same thing with your career. Let's say that you are a junior accountant, and you want to move to a senior accountant, you want to move to a partner at your firm. You can upload your resume, you can remove your name and your personal information so that if you're afraid of privacy and things like that, and say, okay, This is where I'm at right now. I would like to be a partner at KPMG. Can you please provide some steps on how I can go about doing that? Let me know what courses I need to take. Do I have any gaps in my skills? Any professional associations that I can join and network? And it will give you a comprehensive breakdown of what you need to do within the allotted time frame that you mentioned. Just going through life just willy-nilly and expecting things to fall into place is not going to do it for you. You have to have strategy, and it's as simple as having access to the right information. And again, in this day and age, with all the info that you have access to at your fingertips, you have zero excuse. This year, also, that includes getting your money up. So you need to be finding ways to have multiple streams of income, whether that is starting a YouTube channel and talking about a niche topic that you know is in demand enough to spark interest, but also niche enough where that you don't have that much competition. Go for it. It's as simple as having your cell phone and a mic set up. You can even use your AirPods if you just want to start out and test the waters and see how it is as a microphone. You can do that as well. Relying on your salary alone is not smart. Number one, because especially in this day and age with rampant layoffs, and it's projected that an official recession will be called in January or February sometime this year, you need to have multiple streams so that, God forbid, one door closes, at least you have something to fall back on temporarily until something more substantial opens up. And then I highly recommend, if you have one side gig, instead of using that money to spend it or even put it in a savings account, whatever income you get from your side gigs, put that into investments. So let's say, for example, your yearly salary with your day job is 110K. And then let's say you make 20K a year from your part-time gig. Do not spend a dime from that. Put that straight into investments. You can put maybe, if you want, 5K of that into savings so that you have money for a rainy day, or if you want to go on vacation, whatever, reward yourself as well. And then the rest of that goes into investments. And watch by the end of the year, or even next year this time, how much that money compounds. The compound interest is going to be crazy. Not just like after a year, but after 5, 10, 20 years, you're on your way to becoming a millionaire if you strategically and consistently invest your money. In 2026, we're also going to stop being jealous of other women, because being jealous is going to keep you in last place. Being jealous, being a hater is not going to impact the other individual. It's going to impact you. Because while you're busy stuck in your feelings, trying to figure out what that person has going on, bad mouthing them, some of y'all will do. Some of you guys create fake accounts so that you can stalk people. While you're busy doing that, that other individual is continuing to live their life and get ahead. And they're probably listening to this video as we speak and finding ways to level up their life and move forward and build upon that horsepower momentum. And before you know it, a year has passed. Especially if you're the type who likes to watch other people, then you more than likely like to fixate on more than one person. You wasted time worrying about what someone else has going on, being jealous by that person, when you could have just tapped in, said, okay, you know what? I'm feeling triggered by this person. I'm feeling triggered by the fact that she's really pretty. It's making me feel bad. Look at yourself and figure out, is it a self-esteem thing that you just have to convince yourself and tell yourself that, she looks good and so do I. One doesn't cancel out the other. Or are you feeling triggered because you need to lose weight and she has the body that you wish you had? Rather than hating and making excuses as to why you can't lose weight, unless you are in a coma in a hospital bed, you have zero excuse. Find a way. It can be as simple as getting a stepper off Amazon for $30 and committing to be on that stepper for at least 30 minutes a day. Before you know it, by summertime, you're gonna notice, oh, my face looks slimmer. Oh, my clothing is fitting a little bit better. Not only will you look better, but your self-esteem will drastically improve. And you'll notice that when you train your mind to be motivated by other people's success, you don't feel triggered by people doing well. And this goes for people who are successful too. I've heard of people where they're doing remarkably well. They make lots of money. Their business is doing well. Their relationship is thriving. and they just don't like to see other people doing well. Let go of that bad mind energy because, again, it's only going to keep you back and you're going to be projecting the evil eye back onto yourself. Either learn to be content if everything is going well for you the way that you want it to, learn to be content with what you have and be happy for others, or just simply detach from other people. What other people have going on does not need to impact you in any way. And last but not least, in 2026, we're letting go of our loser friends. By this point, my channel has been around since 2024. If you are a regular listener and you still have loser friends, you really need to re-evaluate what's going on. You need to be around people who are, and friend, acquaintance, whatever, people that you keep in close contact with at work, I don't know. You need to be around people who have a growth mindset, a winner's mindset. If you are around people who like to complain, people who like to be a hater, who are jealous, every minute, every time they talk, instead of them talking about what's good, they're always talking about the latest tragedy that was reported on the news. Get rid of those people immediately. Or the same people who like to go to work and complain about, oh, I hate how, and they're doing absolutely nothing to change the situation, get a promotion, move to another company. You need to get rid of that person immediately because that type of energy is just negative. It can be contagious if you're not strong enough within yourself. Even if you are strong-willed and you don't allow other people's moods and behaviors to impact you, who wants to listen to negative energy when you can listen to positivity? And if that means that you need to sit alone by yourself for some time until the right people come into your life, then so be it. Being alone is much better than being around bad company. Okay? If they are ghetto, if they are the stereotypical Shanae black girl, in 2026, we're locking in and we are resisting those negative stereotypes and we are putting ourselves out as the cream of the crop black girl. And I don't know about you where you're at, but where I'm at, people love to see a classy, beautiful black woman. I get people randomly coming up to me, like I'll be in the store and people will say, oh my God, you look so good in that coat. Or that dress will look amazing on you. It's that positive energy that radiates from you that draws people in. It can be as simple as people saying, you know what, usually we have to charge a surcharge for this fee, but I'm just gonna waive it for you for this time. Thank you so much. Or you know what, here's some free samples. You spent X amount, here's some free samples your way, don't worry about it. When you choose to be the best of the best, elite, cream of the crop black woman, oh my gosh, doors will open for you. Tap into that alchemy that you as a black woman have that nobody else has. And yes, you know, everyone can use their charm to woo others, like regardless of your race. But there's just something about a beautiful, confident, classy black woman that knocks people off their feet. Probably because, sorry to say, but a good chunk of black women are not like that, especially what we see in the media. So when you show up as something different, it's like, whoa, breath of fresh air. I like that. Anyway, these are my thoughts on the topic. Let me know how you're going to lock in this year in 2026 and take advantage of the horsepower this year. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next video.